Hi Capricorn, welcome to your general tarot tune-in. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is Tarot with Netta. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node in the sign of Capricorn. Strategy, Red Fox jumped out of the deck. Whoa, number 3. So grounding your reading today, strategy, strategizing. That seems very fitting for you, my dear Capricorn. Yeah, as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate with you, just check out your other placements. And again, if you're new here, like, comment, and smash the subscribe button as it helps to grow my channel. Okay, my dear Capricorn, let's see. What are you strategizing about? What's the red fox telling us? Whoa, that's too many. So we'll go into your challenge position, what's coming towards you, and your advice. Temperance. I love it. I keep getting Temperance. 8 of Cups and Knight of Wands. Yeah, in your challenge position here, Temperance is asking you to find more balance in your life. You could be going from like one extreme to the other, oscillating between, yeah, extremes, the black and white, the yin and the yang, maybe like investing too much energy and time into one thing. You could be like in a workaholic mode, like strategizing your money, your success. 8 of Cups to the Knight of Wands. Okay, yeah, you could be going through like a heartbreak or like turned your back on someone. There might have been just some like dissatisfaction in a relationship. The Knight of Wands here, this is like a very flirty character, very fun, kind of lustful, not very serious. So yeah, you might be going through like a rebound phase, or like, you know, the weather's getting warmer. I want to go out. I want to like let loose. Just be mindful, you know, not to overdo it. Don't overextend yourself. Yeah, either you have turned your back on someone, or they might have done it to you, like an unexpected breakup, like something that you didn't see it coming. So it's giving you this feeling of like, okay, I don't care, I'll just move on. And like now you're just like putting yourself out there, maybe in a way that's like a little bit too adventurous, if that makes sense. But you have a strategy, you know, there's a reason why. And I think yeah, you don't want to look at the rejection, you don't want to look at the heartbreak that you just might have experienced. Okay, yeah, you're being called to have some restraint, have some balance here. Don't overdo it. Okay, let's see what's coming toward you and your advice, my dear Cappy babies. What's coming towards you? Judgment, truth, a return. Uh-oh. Page of Wands. Yeah. This person might be coming back. Page of Pentacles with an apology, a small gift, an offering of apology. This could be the person that you're dealing with, the person that broke your heart, and they had their little fun and then they come back. Please take me back. I have some jewelry for you. I promise I'll change. This could be their strategy. Yeah, I feel like the Temperance here is going to be very important for you. Don't fall for it. You know, listen to your better judgment. Listen to your intuition. Of course, you know, if there are children involved, if there's love, if there's you know, there's always like a reason or a bigger backstory. Okay, let's see. What's your advice? Let's get a little bit nosy here. What is your advice? What's going on here for Capricorn? The unfortunate part is, like, sometimes when we let people come in and out of our lives as they please because they're maybe not ready to commit or provide the things that their partner might ask for or want in a relationship. As soon as we like establish a pattern of like leaving and returning, and it happens over and over again, it's very toxic and very hard to get out of. So just be mindful of that. Because, yeah, there's some, like, player energy popping up here with the Knight of Wands, you know. But the Judgment could mean, like, 3 different things. Like, either it's calling you to use your better judgment, or truth could be coming to light, or there's a return happening. Somebody's returning to you, or all 3 things could be true. I feel the way that they're returning, though, it's, like playful, not serious, childish, you know, and they could be wooing you with like small pentacles, small gifts. Yeah, your advice, I think that you are looking more like you're looking for an upgrade. Who isn't, you know, when they're stuck in these like situations of like back and forth immaturity, when you're dealing with someone in a relationship, you're being like realistic, even like your strategy, like you're like, okay, like maybe I don't need a king at this time. I'd at least like a Knight of Cups, you know, at least somebody who's like a little bit more serious, a little bit more romantic. And I feel like if you put that out into the universe, you might just get it. But you might realize like, okay, they're not a king. They're an upgrade from a page and they're cheap gifts, but they're not exactly like long-term committed relationship material. It's not your one. Yeah, the 5 of Cups, you know, you might get like a romantic opportunity, something a little bit more serious than the page, but it's going to put you right back into your feelings where you are focusing on the loss that you experienced with this 8 of Cups. So there could be like 2 people that you're dealing with, a breakup and then a rebound. The 9 of Pentacles, this is like baby Capricorn energy. I feel like you'll be happiest like when you come back to yourself and like look at the work that you've put into yourself in your life, like your education, your career, your business, the things like the finer things in life that you've worked like yourself for. Yeah, this is the 9 of Pentacles here, like just being in your like in your own independence, baby Capricorn, you know, like not at the level that you want to be at, you know, you still have those long-term goals and dreams, but here it's like just really enjoying the luxuries of life, but like also your independence. I feel like sometimes when we're in relationships that make us unhappy, we're not even really able to enjoy the luxuries of life or like tapping into our own energy and knowing like, okay, what do I need at this time? Because if your energetic field is like around people or someone that are not meeting you authentically and not like a vibrational match for what you want and, you know, able to strategize and plan for the long-term future, it's going to, yeah, make you sad, make you depressed, make you like focused on loss. People might be telling you like, hey, look, your life is not that bad, like snap out of it. You know, and I feel like that's what this reading is showing me. You're going through the ringer, and I feel like a lot of it is like stuff that you're not new to, and it's kind of annoying. And I think that's why there's this like sadness. Like even when this Knight of Cups comes in, you're just like, oh, it's a nice distraction, but it's still not what I want, you know, because you're holding out. You are, you know what you want. You want the King of Cups. You want the 10 of Pentacles. You want the Emperor and the Empress. You know, like the type of love story that you deserve and that you desire. Yeah, and it's slim pickings out there, first of all. But you know, I think it's still a lesson, especially unfortunately, the majority of us that have incarnated during this time are just like learning lessons about self-love and yeah, how to have boundaries. And reading people, I feel like you've gotten really good at like reading people, like knowing what another person's romantic intentions are just by having like maybe even one conversation with them where you're like, okay, next, you know, like this Knight of Cups, yeah, sounds appealing, but you want more, you know? Yeah, that's why this Eight of Cups, like, is really like, that's come as a shock to you. Yeah, that's the surprise. That's the part that you're like confused about, because you thought you had it and then they turned their back and it's like, what the hell? What the helly? So yeah, there's still some lesson to learn here, and it's again about self-love. Yada yada. Okay, 27. You could be going through a Saturn return. You could be 27 years old. You could be a 9 life path. So let's read from the Blind Spot Oracles deck, this 27. Okay, what is the final message for you? If you have drawn the sigil, you are stuck in a bubble in your current perspective. You are seeing only the truth of your perspective. As hard as it may be to accept, you are operating from a narcissistic viewpoint. Yikes, I'm sorry, Capricorn. Intimacy can be broken down into 3-word phrases. Into me, see. First and foremost, intimacy is to see into another so as to deeply connect. But intimacy goes beyond just seeing someone. Intimacy is seeing into, feeling into, listening into, perceiving, and understanding someone. To have genuine intimacy with someone, we have to be willing to commit to becoming an expert on them. It is to completely see their perspective. It is for them to completely see ours. We are at risk of developing a bubble, which is a parallel reality, anytime we do not experience people seeing us, feeling us, hearing us, or understanding us. We also risk developing a bubble anytime we refuse to see, feel, hear, or understand other people. In the moment that we acknowledge a contradictory truth or state of being and expand wide enough to be able to hold both, we have disidentified with both extremes. We have ceased to become someone who can only hold one or the other reality and become someone who can hold both. By holding both instead of aspects of ourself being separated by them, we have created a state of integration or wholeness within our being. We can then find the unifying factor between polarized perspectives. Time to get out of your limited and finite identity, as well as your limited and finite way of seeing things. Time to get out of your bubble. Okay, yeah, there could be some truth. Okay, my dear Capricorn, I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.